smart people. It's me, Rezafir, and today I'm going to quiz you a little bit from interesting stuff about Hungary. It's a pop quiz, so don't take it completely seriously, with a little bit grain of salt. You know, I know that stuff on the internet is 100% correct, but you know, this video is mainly for sleep, but because you are top 5% of the smartest people in the world, just because algorithm gave you this video. There is a 99.5% chance that if algorithm recommended you this video, you are top 1% of the smartest people on this planet. I don't know about other planets, but this planet you are. And today we are going to be even smarter because we are going to learn some interesting things about the country of Hungary. It's a pop quiz intended for sleep and satisfying your curiosity. So you can close your eyes. There are no visual clues. This is meant to be listened to. Before you close your eyes, hit that subscribe button and leave a like. It helps a lot. Okay, let's move. Question number 1. The Holy Crown of Hungary has a noticeably crooked cross leaning to one side. How did it historically get that way? A. Dropped down a stone staircase. B. Slammed in an iron chestlet. C. Partially melted in a forge. Or D. Forged crooked intentionally to mock the Pope. So what is the Holy Crown of Hungary leaning a little bit? And the right answer is B. Slammed in an iron chestlet. The crown was hastily stuffed into an iron chest during a 17th century theft. It was normal to steal in that way. And the heavy lid slammed down, bending the cross permanently. They just didn't try to fix it. Number 2. Which infamous Hungarian countess purportedly bathed in the blood of her servants to retain her youth? What is that? Can you hear that? Are those ghosts? Maybe ghosts of the A. Mary V. Xera. B. Ilona Serrini. C. Elizabeth Báthory. Or D. Margit Schlachta. So which countess reportedly or purportedly bathed in the blood of young servants, and it was Elizabeth Báthory, Báthory is the Guinness World Record holder for the most prolific female murderer, though modern historians suspect the bloodbaths were a smear campaign by greedy relatives. So bloodbath, maybe it wasn't true. Maybe it's just a conspiracy theory. Number 3. According to a staunch national legend, Hungarians refuse to do what common celebratory action with beer glasses. A. Sing them together. B. Drink the foam first. C. Slam them on the table. Or D. Sip with the left hand. So, because of some legend, what Hungarians refuse to do, and it's A. Sing the glasses together. After Austria executed 13 Hungarian generals in 1849, the Austrians supposedly clinked their beer glasses in triumph, leading Hungarians to boycott the gesture for 150 years. There's a deserved crash out, valid crash out. Question number 4. The Hungarian parliament building features numbered brass holders on the windowsills just outside the debating chambers. What were they? What were they? Come on. Designed to hold the windowsills. A. Top hats. B. Pocket watches. C. Cigars. Or D. Snuff boxes. And the right answer is C. Politicians would leave their lit cigars on these sills during votes if a speech was incredible. They say it was worth a Havana because their cigar had burned away while they listened. I ran out of ink. Crazy. So number 5. Which legendary escape artist and master illusionist was actually born as Eric Weiss in Budapest? A. Howard Thurston. B. Harry Houdini. C. Jasper Mescalin. Or D. Jean-Eugene Robert Houdin. So was born as Eric Weiss in Budapest, and it was Harry Houdini. Before he was escaping milk cans in America, Houdini was just a kid from Budapest who later claimed he was born in Wisconsin to seem more American. Interesting. Number 6. In 1989, Hungary dramatically helped accelerate the fall of the Iron Curtain by doing what? A. Smuggling out East German politicians. B. Cutting the barbed wire border fence with Austria. C. Broadcasting Western radio. D. Minting democratic currency. And the right answer is B. Cutting the barbed wire border fence with Austria. They physically cut the wire during the pan-European picnic, letting thousands of East Germans sprint to freedom in the West. Interesting. During World War II, the infamous Hungarian gold train was packed with looted wealth. Where was it ultimately intercepted? A. A salt mine in Austria. B. At the Swiss border. C. At the French Riviera. Or D. At the mountains of Transylvania. So why was the Hungarian gold train intercepted? And it was A. The salt mine in Austria. The train was seized by Allied forces near the Austrian town of Werfen, kicking off the gates of legal battles over the staggering amount of stolen jewels and art. Next one. Which 30th century Hungarian king earned the badass nickname the second founder of the state after completely rebuilding the country from devastating Mongol invasion? It was A. Stephen, B. Andrew II, C. Bela IV, or D. Matthias Corvinus. So who was the second founder of the state? And it was C. Bela IV. Bela essentially told his surviving subjects to build stone castles or die, single-handedly saving the nation from being wiped off the map. Weird science and inventions. Ignaz Semmelweis was mocked and eventually sent to an asylum for aggressively demanding doctors do what? A. Wash their hands with chlorinated lime. B. Boil their surgical tools. C. Wear face masks, COVID wipes. D. Stop using leeches. And it was A. Wash their hands with chlorinated lime. He figured out that hand washing stopped fatal infections, but his arrogant peers couldn't accept that. They were the ones carrying the germs. This is like, I watched a podcast about that. It's insane. It was like that. I know that, but they sent him to asylum. I think, yeah, because they thought like he's crazy, seeing some small things. He didn't know it's germs, but he figured it out. Erno Rubik originally invented his famously frustrating cube for what specific practical purpose? A. Parlor tricks. B. A test of manual dexterity. C. To explain 3D geometry to his students. Or D. A prototype for building joint. So what did Erno Rubik develop his famously frustrating cube? And it was C. To explain 3D geometry to his students. He just wanted a working model to teach spatial relationships, and it took him over a month to solve his own invention the first time. 11. Albert Szent-Györgyi won a Nobel Prize for discovering vitamin C, which he first successfully isolated in large quantities from what common Hungarian ingredient? A. Plums. B. Paprika. paprika, C. cabbage, or D. garlic? Albert sent Georgi. My Hungarian is not the greatest one. It was B. paprika. He famously disliked eating a fresh paprika his wife packed for lunch, so he took it to his lab to study it instead and stumbled into a Nobel Prize. 12. Laszlo Biro invented the modern ballpoint pen. Yes. Observing what everyday occurrence? A. Puddles drying on the sidewalk. B. Newspaper ink drying quickly on the page. C. Wax dripping from a candle. Or D. Honey dripping from a spoon. And it was B. As a journalist, he was sick of his fountain pen smudging, so he worked with his chemist brother to put fast-drying newspaper ink into a pen with tiny roller ball. And then we have big, because I think he was the big beer. He was, it is definitely, they changed it. John von Neumann contributed heavily to modern computing, but he supposedly had what bizarre habit that drove his Princeton colleagues crazy? A. Eating raw onions like apples. B. Working in total darkness. C. Blasting extremely loud German march music. Or D. Immersing his feet in ice water. And it was C. Even genius needs a soundtrack, and von Neumann's blaring marches supposedly drove Albert Einstein, who worked in the next office, absolutely nuts. I can appreciate good march. So the Dirk was a famous 80th century fake automaton created by Hungarian inventor Wolfgang von Kempelen. What was this machine supposed to do? The Dirk. A. Play the violin. B. Play chess. C. Speak in 5 languages. Or D. Solve complex algebra. And it was B. It was Magnus Carlsen. Play chess. It was a mechanical marvel that toured Europe, defeating challengers, mostly because there was a very real, very cramped human chess master hiding inside the box. So it had the machine, but it didn't have the brain. Number 15. Which Hungarian-born physicist, known as the father of the hydrogen bomb, served as a major inspiration for the cinematic character Dr. Strangelove? A. Leo Szilard. B. Eugene Wigner. C. Dennis Gabor. Or D. Edward Teller. And it was Edward Teller. Teller's heavy accent, intense demeanor, and hawkish views on nuclear annihilation made him the perfect template for Stanley Kubrick's ironic dark comedy villain. Number 16. Hungarian physicist Dennis Gabor won the 1971 Nobel Prize in Physics for inventing what staple of sci-fi and credit cards? A. A laser. B. Holography. C. Fiber optics. Or D. The microchip. And it was B. Holography. Long before Tupac was resurrected on stage. Yeah, he was. Gabor figured out the principles of the hologram while trying to improve the resolution of electron microscopes. Interesting. Culinary curiosities and liquid legends. 17th. Unicum, a legendary Hungarian bitter liqueur, was originally formulated in 1790 for what specific purpose? A. As a horse tranquilizer. B. To cure the Holy Roman Emperor's stomachache. C. To ward off cholera. Or D. To mask the taste of bad wine. And it was B. To cure the Holy Roman Emperor's stomachache. Little stomachache. Dr. Zvak created it as a herbal remedy for Emperor Joseph II, who reportedly drank it and exclaimed, "Das ist ein Unicum." This is unique, naming the brand forever. Number 18. Tokayasu is a world-famous sweet wine made uniquely using grapes that have undergone what gross-sounding natural process? A. Fermented in pigs' stomachs. B. Chewed and spat out by local farmers. C. Infected with a noble rot fungus. Or D. Buried underground in clay for a year. And it is C. Infected with a noble rot fungus. The Botrytis fungus shivers the grapes on the vine, concentrating their sugars to create a wine so sweet and legendary that Louis XIV called it the wine of kings. Number 19. What surprisingly heavy ingredient is traditionally used as the base for the beloved Hungarian street food, langos? A. A giant pan-fried potato. B. Deep-fried yeast dough. C. Bacon-wrapped cheese. Or D. A massive pork crackling. So, which one? And the right answer is B. Deep-fried yeast dough. We are doing langoshes in Czechia too. It's a giant savory donut, usually smothered in garlic, water, sour cream, and grated cheese. The ultimate glorious artery clogging hangover cure. I didn't have a langosh for a long time. I should get one when I'm done with my cut. Number 20. Duro Rudi is a beloved foil-wrapped Hungarian snack consisting of dark chocolate coating and around what unexpected filling? Dark chocolate coating around what unexpected filling? A. Pickled watermelon rind. B. Fermented plum paste. C. Sweetened curd cheese. Or D. Spiced paprika jelly. And the right answer is C. The sweetened curd cheese. It sounds like a bizarre combo to outsiders, but this is sweet, tangy cottage cheese like log is the absolute king of Hungarian convenience store snacks. 21. Hungarian egri pikaver or bull's blood gets its name from a legend where soldiers supposedly drank it to do what? A. Gain the strength to lift cannons. B. Survive a freezing winter. C. Scare off the invading Ottomans. Or D. Recover from battle wounds. And it's C. To scare off the invading Ottomans during 1552 siege. Red-stained beards from drinking the wine convinced the attacking Turks that the Hungarians were actually drinking the blood of bulls for strength. Interesting. 22. How do traditional Hungarian chefs verify the quality of their ground paprika powder before committing it to a massive pot of goulash? A. Wrapping it on their wrists. B. Dissolving it in hot water. C. Frying it in fat to check the color. Or D. Tasting it with a slice of raw onion. And the right answer is C. Frying it briefly in pork fat releases the essential oils. If it turns a vibrant, fiery crimson, it's the good stuff. But if it burns and turns brown, it's going in the trash. Number 23. Which of these is completely real traditional Hungarian soup, often served chilled during the hot summer months? A. Pickled herring soup. B. Chilled goulash. C. Cucumber and yogurt soup. Or D. Sour cherry soup. And the right answer is D. Sour cherry soup, known as megleves. This bright pink, sweet and sour concoction is eaten as a starter, not a dessert, proving Hungarians play by their own culinary rules. And the last one in the foods, 24. The iconic Hungarian dish, goulash, is traditionally eaten with a spoon, not a fork. Why? It is legally classified as beverage. Forks were once banned by the king. C. It is fundamentally a soup, not a stew. And D. It is considered bad luck to pierce the meat. And of course the C. It's a soup, not a stew. You know, if you do goulash, we have, like, I had goulash in Hungary, like the one that they do on the street. I should go to Hungary soon. There was election now, but yeah, it was like soupy. Outside of Hungary, goulash is often served as a thick meat stew, but authentic goulash is actually a hearty, brothy soup meant to be slurped. Yeah, we do it like that in Czechia too. But I know that somebody does it. Somebody does it like really stewy, you know, like the medieval stew. We should one day we should cook medieval stew ASMR style. I would love to learn that when the nuclear war starts, you know, to go back to the medieval peasant roots. Peculiar places and natural wonders. Lake Heavies is Europe's largest thermal lake, but it comes with a weirdly specific medical rule for bathers. What is it? Floating on inner tubes is mandatory. No swimming for more than 30 minutes at a time. See, mud from the bottom must be applied to the face, or the singing is strictly prohibited. And the right answer is B. No swimming for more than 30 minutes at a time. No. The geothermal water is so incredibly warm and mineral rich that staying in too long can drastically drop your blood pressure and make you faint. It's very bad to faint in the water, you know. I think that's suboptimal daily routine to faint in water. Number 26. The Hungarian village of Holoko is so perfectly preserved as a UNESCO site that its residents still regularly practice what ancient Easter tradition? A. Racing pigs through the main street. B. Lighting giant bonfires to scare witches. C. Throwing buckets of cold water on young women. Or D. Walking on stilts to bless the harvest. And it's C. Throwing buckets of cold water on young women like they do in Slovakia. Or somewhere in Czechia too, but we whip women. Do I have my Tatar here? No. Like Tatars are Hungarians, I think. Are Tatars Hungarians? Probably. It's old fertility and cleansing ritual called Locszokodász. Guys douse the girls in water, and in return the guys get a painted egg and a shot of fruit brandy. Isn't that nice? It's like in Czechia it's the same. We just whip girls on butts. They love it. Number 27. Below the bustling streets of Budapest lies an expensive 120 kilometer or 75-mile network of natural caves shaped entirely by what? A. Tectonic plate shifts, ancient salt mining, thermal springs, or underground rivers. And it's thermal springs, of course. The exact same hot springs that supply the city's famous thermal baths slowly ate away at the limestone beneath the city, creating massive subterranean labyrinths. In the Hortobágy National Park, you can find the unique Hungarian rakka, sheep, famous for what bizarre physical trait? A. 3 eyes. B. Corkscrew-shaped horns, like corkscrew. C. Neon-colored fleece. Or D. Completely hairless tail. And it's corkscrew-shaped horns. It would be cool if they were like neon. That would be like Argonauts. The golden, how is that in English? Rauchovi say in Czech. Both males and females sport long spiraling T-shaped horns that look like they belong on mythical beasts rather than a fluffy farm animal. 29. The cave bath of Miskolc-Tapolca allows you to swim inside a natural cave system, but the water has what surprisingly low characteristic for a thermal bath. A low salinity, not sanity, salinity. B. Low temperature. C. Low sulfur content. Or D. Low radon levels. And it's low salinity. Because the salt content is so low, you can safely paddle around these echoing cave tunnels for hours without turning into a human prune, because the salt is like sucking you dry, it wants to get that water out of you. 30. The Matra Mountains hide Hungary's highest peak, Kekesteto, to mark its summit at 1014 meters. 3,327 feet if you are into feet. What sits at the very top? A miniature bronze castle, a stone pillar painted in the national colors, a giant painted rock, or a golden weather vane. And it's a stone pillar painted in the national colors. It's a humble stone pillar painted red, white and green, allowing victorious hikers to lean against it and proudly claim they are the highest person in Hungary. You are actually, if you go to the highest peak, you are at that moment the highest person in Hungary. 31. What unique Hungarian breed of dog looks exactly like a household mop due to its heavy corded coat? A. The Vizsla. B. The Moody. C. The Bully. Or D. The Kuvas. And it's the Bully. Those famous dreadlocks aren't just for style, they act as a thick armor to protect this herding dog from the bites of wolves and the brutal winter cold. And the last one in this section, Lake Balaton, often called the Hungarian Sea, has water that is strangely opaque. What gives it this distinctive milky green color? A. Suspended fine sediment and calcium. B. Algae blooms. C. Industrial runoff. Or D. Volcanic ash deposits. And it's the suspended fine sediment and calcium. The lake is extremely shallow, averaging only 3.2 meters, 10.5 feet if you are into feet deep. So the wind easily churns up the sandy mineral-rich bottom, giving it a cool, cloudy turquoise color. Language queries and pop culture oddities. The last 7 questions. The Hungarian language, Magyar, is famously unrelated to almost all of its European neighbors. Which of these languages is its closest relative? A. Romanian. B. Finnish. C. Russian, or D. Turkish? And of course, Finnish. Hungarian is part of a Finno-Ugric language family, or Ugro-Finnish, meaning a guy from Budapest has more linguistic DNA in common with a guy from Helsinki than his neighbor in Vienna. When dubbing the classic cartoon The Flintstones into Hungarian, translator Josef Romhani did something so impressive that audiences often preferred the dub. What was it? He added traditional Hungarian folk music. He translated the entire show into rhyming couplets. He gave every character a distinct regional accent. He rewrote all jokes to be political satire. And the right answer is B. He translated the entire show into rhyming couplets. Okay. He rewrote the entire series in poetry. It was so incredibly clever and catchy that the American producers actually asked for the Hungarian scripts to see how he did it. Interesting, I didn't know that. 35. If a Hungarian casually tells you Mizu on the street, what are they asking you? A. Where is the bathroom? B. Are you hungry? C. What's up? Or D. Want a beer? And it's what's up? What's up? Yeah. In the Hungarian slang, short for mi az újság, which translates to what is the news, or in cool kid terms, what's up? Hollywood legend Zaza Gabor was born in Hungary. She famously referred to almost everyone using what term of endearment, allegedly because she couldn't remember names. A. Sweetheart. B. Honey. C. Darling. Or D. Baby. And it was darling. She famously quipped, I call everyone darling because I can't remember the names. Hilarious cover-up for a sharp-witted diva. It's actually good strategy, call everybody the same and it's easy. The 1930s song Gloomy Sunday by Hungarian composer Rezo Serez gained a terrifying urban legend status, leading it to be known as what? A. The Devil's Lullaby. B. The Cursed Waltz. C. The Death March of Budapest. Or D. The Hungarian Suicide Song. And it's D. The melancholic tune was rumored to be so deeply depressing that it caused a spike in people taking their own lives, leading it to be banned by the BBC for decades. Interesting. In Hungarian folklore, a liderc is a weird supernatural creature that traditionally hatches from what completely mundane object? Liderc. A rusty horseshoe buried in ash. A black hen's egg kept under the armpit. A rotten cabbage left in the sun. Or a toadstool found at midnight. A black hen's egg kept under the armpit is the correct one. Don't keep a black hen's egg under the armpit. Don't do that. if you keep the egg in your armpit for weeks, a tiny magical chicken person hatches to do your bidding and hoard wealth for you. Honestly, just biology. Okay, I might do it. I just need black hen. I only have black cock, and that's not enough. Number 39. In Hungarian, the word rendőrség is written in giant letters on the side of many fast-moving vehicles. What does it mean? A. Fire department. B. Ambulance. C. Police. Or D. Taxi. Rendőrség. And it's police. It literally translates to guardians of the order. So if you see a car with rendőrség flashing its blue lights, you better pull over. And the last one. Hungarian naming conventions follow a specific rule that confuses many Westerners looking at a phone book. How is a traditional Hungarian name structured? A. Given name, then mother's maiden name. B. Family name first, then given name. C. Patronymic name, then given name. Or D. Title, given name, family name. And it's B. Family name first, then given name. But like in Japan or China, Hungarians put the family name before the given name, meaning John Smith would introduce himself as Smith John. It's like Bond, James Bond. No, it would be Bond James. Anyway, that's all. I hope you liked the video. I hope you learned something. You're entertained. I hope you are sleeping. If you're not, I have many other videos that you can check out. If you like this one, you will probably like even the other ones. Some are like a little bit comedic, some are a little bit educational. We do everything there, but everything will